Hello everyone, my name is Michaelo Harris. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about industrial steels, all its properties, processing, and application. But first, I'm going to give you guys a brief explanation on why industrial steel is significant in modern day industry. Industrial steel is significant in modern day industry due to its high strength, durability, and versatility. It is also used in construction, automotive, manufacturing, shipbuilding, and infrastructure and projects because of its high tensile strength and resistance to corrosion. Steel is also essential in machinery tools, appliances, and basically every other day life, like your car, your refrigerator, and it's also the backbone of industrial modern day industrial properties. Now we're going to talk about what is steel and why is steel important. For the first question, what is steel? That's very simple. Steel is an alloy that primarily consists of iron and carbon. And now for the second question on why is steel important? To understand why steel is so important, let's first look at its physical properties. Steel has a density of around 7.8 grams per cubic centimeters, which makes it very strong yet relatively lightweight for its strength. And the second thing about steel that it has a high melting point between 1,370 and 1,530 degrees, which allows it to withstand extreme heat. And lastly, steel can also be magnetic or non-magnetic depending on its composition. For example, low carbon steels are usually magnetic, while stainless steels like containing nickels and pennies are not. Now we're going to talk about the key chemical properties of steel. The chemical properties of steel determine how it interacts with the environment. The main component of steel is iron, but small amounts of carbon give steel its strength and hardness. And also, one important property is corrosion resistance. Regular steel rusts when exposed to oxygen and moisture, but stainless steel contains chromium, which forms a protective layer that prevents rusting. Steel can also be alloyed with elements like magnesium and vanadium to enhance durability, making it suitable for industrial tools, bridges, and pipelines. Without these chemical enhancements, steel structures would weaken over time due to oxide and wear. Now we're going to talk about the key mechanical properties of steel. One mechanical property of steel is its tensile strength. Steel can withstand extreme tension without breaking. This is why bridges, canes, and skyscrapers rely on high-strength steel. For the second one, hardness. Steel resists scratches, dents, and deformation, making it a perfect tool for industrial machinery. And for the third one and last, ductility and toughness. Steel can be bent and shaped without breaking, which is crucial for manufacturing pipelines, car frames, and aircraft parts. With these three properties, they can make steel one of the most versatile and very most reliable materials in all of engineering and construction. Now we're going to talk about the steel process when it comes to mining and extracting it. The first step in steel production is mining and extracting its primary ingredient, iron ore. Iron ore is obtained through open pits or underground mining and is then crushed and concentrated before it can be processed. Once extracted, the raw material is then transported to steel mills where it undergoes smelting in blast furnaces to separate pure iron from impurities. Mining is crucial to the steel industry. but it also has an environmental impact such as deforestation and carbon emissions. So, in order to reduce this, companies are exploring sustainable mining practices. While also still part of the steel processing, we're now going to talk about refining. Once the iron is extracted, it undergoes refining to remove impurities and adjust it to its composition. The blast furnace process heats iron ore at high temperatures, reducing it to molten iron. The basic oxygen furnace injects oxygen into the molten iron to remove unwanted elements like carbon and sulfur. Then, once that process is done, you then have the electric arc furnace, which then melts scrap steel using electricity, making it an eco-friendly recycling method. And lastly, and also a very important step, refraining is crucial because it ensures the right balance of elements for strong and durable steel. Now we're going to talk about the steel fabrication method. Now, once on this method, once you refine it, steel is now shaped into useful forms using various fabrication methods. For the first one is going to be rolling. Steel is passed through rollers to form sheets and bars. And then for the second step, which is going to be forging, steel is hammered into shapes for tools and engine parts. And for the third part, you will have casting, which then means molten steel is poured into molds to create complex shapes. And then lastly, you're going to have welding and machining, which is basically the final assembly techniques, which is used in construction and automobile industries. Basically, is what helps keeps the part together, which stops it from just sliding off and breaking off. Each method plays a role in shaping steels into everything from like car bodies to surgical instruments like surgical knife. And now we're going to talk about quality testing and standards. For first, steel undergoes strict quality testing to ensure safety and performance. First on the list is tensile testing, which basically it measures how much force can steel handle before breaking. Then you have a hardness testing, which use Rockwell or Brenner test to test its durability to see how much it can handle. And then for the third one, you have impact testing, which ensures steel can withstand sudden forces without cracking. And then you have standards, like steel must meet international standards like ASTM, ISO, and etc. to be used in industries. Basically, they can conduct these tests to like make sure that steel can last in like buildings, vehicles, and ships to make them very safe and also to help them last very long. Now we're going to move on to the industrial application of steel. Now, also one of the big facts of steel is that steel is almost used in almost every industry. Like no matter what store you go to, there's gonna be steel. It's probably made out of steel. Empty drink cup can I have right there is made out of stainless steel. Steel is used in construction, like bridges, skyscrapers, or stadiums, automotive, car frames, gears, engines, and components. You have energy, which is go like pipelines, wind turbines, and nuclear plants. And then you also have the everyday stuff, customer goods, refrigerators, kitchen appliances, and surgical tools. Basically saying like without steel, like modern day infrastructure and technology probably wouldn't exist without steel. And now we're going to talk about the environmental impact and sustainability of steel. Now, when it comes to like steel production has a high carbon footprint, but just sure. Industries are working to make it more sustainable, more eco-friendly. First, we have recycling. Like over 85% of steel is recycled, which helps it reduce waste and energy use. And then you also have the Green Steel Initiative, like new methods like hydrogen-based steel making to help basically cut down on emissions. And then lastly, you have energy efficiency, like factories using solar and wind energy to power steel plants. Basically, making sustainable steel production is very crucial for a greener future and an eco-friendly future. And now we're going to talk about future trends in steel manufacturing. When it comes to the future of steel, it includes high strength, lightweight steels for better fuel efficiency vehicles. Also implementing nanotechnology to make steel even more durable than it already is. And then also with the help of automation and AI, it will also help the steel processing for more precision and efficiency. And then these initiatives will make steel feel stronger, more sustainable, and way much more versatile. And lastly, for my conclusion, steel is a cornerstone of modern industry, from like bridges to skyscrapers, cars, appliances. It's a material that shapes our very world. So as we move forward, advances in technology and sustainability, we will ensure that steel remains vital for generations to come. And thanks for listening. And here are my references that I use in this presentation. Pause to read so you can search for them.